everyone. I'm in my hotel room here in Daleville. I was thinking about doing a 00. I was getting sucked in by the vortex, and I think it's pretty easy to do here in Daleville, especially when you got Roanoke real close. However, was able to get a lot of stuff done yesterday. Went to the Outfitters Outdoor Trails, really good store. Probably one of the best outfitters I've seen since Mountain Crossings. Definitely beats the shit out of anything in Damascus. Got new shoes. These are the Topo Athletic Ultra Venture Pro 5mm drop, thicker cushioning, and also has the rock plate in there too. Worn around for a little bit so far, nothing too big, pretty comfortable. My other ones, the tread was really low on the bottom, and you can see the cushioning was very compacted. So it was time to get rid of them, especially as I got towards the end of a long day. Hitting some of those rocks really, it was like an electrical shock through the body. So got that. New pair of pants. These are Mountain Hardwear. They zip off. They're also very stretchy. So got those, and I'm gonna get rid of my. I know you like them, but the shorts with the pandas riding in the flamingo inner tubes. If you like them that much, go to Walmart. That's where I got them. But those are just a placeholder till I was able to get another pair of zip off pants. My legs are pretty chewed up from mosquitoes and maybe some poison ivy or whatever else when you have to duck off a trail. So got the long pants here to help out with that. Also picked up a little Picardin as well to help with it. I'm tired of getting chewed up. Like I said, I'm kind of itching on the arms and the legs, so grab some hydrocortisone too, using that. What else did I get? Got another pair of socks. Here's the darn tough Appalachian Trail ones. I'm sure you guys have seen them. And so since my water filter bladder, I've had it for more than 3 years, so it was developing pinholes in it. When you squish down on it, it would shoot out through the pinholes. So I figured it's time to replace it, and they had what I was looking for, and that's one of the Hydro Pack 3-liter Seekers. It comes with a cap as well, with a little retention strap and a baggie to put it all in. It's got a nice little carrying handle on the side. It's got a couple attachment points that I put carabiners on, so this way I can just clip it off if I'm doing like I have been over the Virginia Triple Crown area, carrying additional water outside of what I've got in my bottles. So especially like one of the climbs going up the Dragon's Tooth, I took 3 liters with me going up on that one, and I ended up giving what was left in the bag, maybe about a half a liter to Mantis. But yeah, I used just all that water that was in there. It was a hot day, doing a lot of climbing, a lot of scrambling, a lot of sweating. And you get up on some of these ridge areas there, and there's no water. You might be going for 6-8 miles before you hit a water source. That hasn't been uncommon. So got that. These the Seekers are a little bit more sturdy than the Be-Free bladders, the 1 and the 3-liter bladders. Both made for a Hydro Pack, but yeah, these are just like a little bit sturdier, so I don't have to worry about developing holes in this. Yeah, that's about all the major stuff that I got there. But yeah, Outdoor Trails, good gear store, nice selection. Do not carry ultras. They've got Topo Athletic. They've got Hoka's, and I've seen, and they've got some boots and stuff like that. I think they might have Solomon there too. But yeah, no ultras, which I found was kind of interesting. The only other thing that I was looking at possibly doing was changing out my sleeping pad, because it's got a 4.7 R value. It's very comfortable, but it's a 4.7 R value. So yeah, it gets a little warm. So I was kind of looking for maybe a Nemo, one of the tensors. They had some big Agnes stuff there, but really not a big selection of sleeping mats. But that's okay. I'll still go with mine, and keep my eyes out in the future there. That's about it. Just kind of dragging my feet right now before getting back on trail. Today's supposed to be cloudy. Tomorrow, 50% chance of rain, and Friday it goes up to like an 80% chance of rain, but that's supposed to be in the very early mornings. So hopefully that will be done before I get on trail. And if not, I'll walk in the rain. It won't be the first time, it won't be the last. So that's about it. When I leave here, just going to go out on, it's like Highway 11 and head north. That'll run into the trail. So the trail actually goes up like that. I went down like this. So I'll just walk up and pick up the trail instead of going back and going that way and picking it up. It's the same amount of mileage. Actually, I think it's more going from the hotel here overall. I think it's more mileage, but that's okay. And I still consider that the hiking the Appalachian Trail. I don't know. I'm not that much of a purist. All right. Guess next time we'll talk will be on trail. So we had about a mile road walk, and I guess we're about a mile onto the trail now. And as you guessed it, it's raining, but not really raining. It's kind of misting and everything, and then dropping down on us. How's it going?
Hi.
Hi. So what the mist will do is it consolidates on the leaves on the trees and eventually drops down like a raindrop. You can see I've got a pack cover on. That's a new addition as well. I wasn't using one before because the X-Pack material is waterproof, but the pack is not seam sealed. However, everything is in waterproof containers, whether it's a Dyneema food bag or Ziploc bag, or all of my clothing, bedding, all that stuff's in a contractor bag, and my what am I thinking of? For my pad, my inflation bag can double as a dry bag as well. So there's some redundancy. But what was happening with these really hard rains, I'd end up with a little collection of water in the bottom of my pack. Never affected anything. Didn't penetrate through the compactor bag. But yeah, I just had a little puddle. So I figured, all right, I'll get a pack cover. It's a Granite Gear pack cover. It really wasn't that expensive. It's very light. And maybe I can cut out some of the water collecting in the bottom. The other thing is, anything I've got in the mesh in the back, which a lot of times is my rain gear, or clothes that I want to dry, it'll keep all the rain off of that too. Pretty easy walking so far. Let's see. Got my new shoes dirty. Nobody likes to do that. You know, I got it. They are for hiking. But nobody wants to get the new shoes dirty. But so far with them, they feel very comfortable. The road walk, which is about a mile, that was fine. And yeah, so far on trail, they're pretty comfortable. They're half size bigger than my last ones, and I'm thinking I should have got a 12.5 of the last ones too. Right now my toes are having a party in them. They're definitely being able to splay out, and feels really good. Also feels good to have a new pair of socks. You know, after a while, your socks get all matted, no matter how many times you wash them, and they never really spring back. So a new pair of socks feels pretty good. Pants, I'm digging the pants too. Especially with the mist and rain. It's nice to have on pants instead of shorts. Although, with them getting a little damp, they're starting to fall down some. Oops. So I've got to stop here a little bit and adjust them. The belt I got is by Bison. They're a company out of Colorado, and it's got some mud. It's a plastic buckle with just a regular like nylon strap belt. I need to cut off some excess and then melt the tip. I'll do that later. But digging on my new gear so far. Did a really good clean out of my Be-Free. It's kind of funny, you fill your sink up with water, get it nice and clean, fill it up, then you swish that Be-Free around. And it's kind of interesting, the pieces that come out of it. It's like, holy cow. Some actually, not like huge pieces of leaf, but some of the stuff you're like, wow, that's pretty big. How could I not see that? So maybe it gets down, embedded into the fibers. So I cleaned it out really well yesterday and just had it sitting in water overnight and gave it another one today and cleared it out even more. I got that filter in Franklin, and as long as you maintain it, they're supposed to last for many liters. I don't think they ever last as all the filters. I don't think they'd last as long as they're advertised. Like I said, I got it in Franklin. If it lasts me the rest of Virginia, I'll be happy with that. But if I need to replace it before then, I'm not going to be too upset. Alright, it's getting a little muddy on this downhill, so I better put my phone up and pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, stopped at a shelter, had a little lunch action. It's basically been what you see behind me the whole time, green tunnel, no views. All views are obstructed by leaves and trees and whatever else. So, sorry, can't show you anything. That's about it. So far, new shoes are working well. I've hit quite a few rocks that before with my last pair I definitely would have felt. No, nothing. So But we'll see in a couple of weeks. We'll see how the cushioning holds up. Fingers crossed that I've finally maybe found the shoe that's going to work for me until Katahdin. I hope so. I guess we've gone about 5 or so miles so far. I don't know, maybe 6. I don't know how many miles I'm going to do today. I'm just going to kind of freaking wing it. And when I feel like stopping, I'll stop. Let me show you this downhill. All these ferns. It's kind of cool. Fern cam. Anyway, sun's trying to poke its head out off and on. We weren't supposed to get any rain today. It was just supposed to be cloudy and overcast, but I don't know. These newscasters in the local area, they kind of suck. They haven't really gotten the forecast right for the last couple of days. No biggie. Rain wasn't that bad. Actually felt kind of good. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything really too interesting today, other than getting close to the Blue Ridge Parkway. It looks like we're going to parallel that for a while. We pick our way through here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to parallel that for a while. And the next big thing coming up, I would imagine, are the Shenandoahs. That's after, I think it's called Waynesboro. I think that's the town. It's supposed to be like a really good place to stop. One of the better towns on the AT. The other good thing is that the opposite direction is Charlottesville, and I've got a friend there that I'm going to try and meet up with, at least drink a beer or two. So maybe I'll see about taking a 0 in Waynesboro and see if he wants to drive out there and meet up. This is exciting. Oh yeah, totally forgot. Another little milestone is, like I've said before with Gut Hook, you've got different maps that you open up from section to section. And with Daleville, we got to close out the Southern Virginia map and now use the Northern Virginia map, which goes all the way up to Harper's Ferry. So that's 300 miles right there. And I'll get that done in 10 days or so. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that goes up to Harper's Ferry. And, wow. That's almost a halfway point. Who'd have thunk it? Let's see. I think that's about it. I'm just kind of babbling because it's just kind of boring walking through the woods here. All right. Yeah, I'll put my phone up and get some music going. A little motivation. So I'll kind of say what this was. This area here was known as a collier's pit during the late 1700s, early 1800s. They used to make charcoal here. So they would cut down the trees, and yeah, they were making charcoal here. They said they chose it. Yeah, they chose this area because of the timber supply and location of it, closeness to the furnaces there. I think it was iron. Yeah, iron furnaces. So yeah, they used to make charcoal here, and maybe that's why that area over there is black, and this area here is. But over there, it gets a little bit more brown. The soil. That's pretty cool. And I guess somebody decided to carry on the tradition. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess I'll just finish out filming the day here with my phone. Not a lot going on. Only did 13 and a half-ish, 14, no, probably 13 and change. And that's counting my 1.2 mile road walk back up to the trailhead. Yeah, it rained a little bit during the day, but the rest of the day was overcast and sticky, very muggy. In fact, let me show you what's rolled in now. Look at that. Fog rolled in. So, of course, that means everything is going to be wet, and they're predicting rain in the early morning hours tomorrow. So hopefully early morning hours are like 4 or 5 and not like, 7 or 8 when I want to get up and start moving. We'll see. New shoes today. Feet feel really good for the distance walked and everything. But then again, the terrain was pretty good today. It was a nice, soft forest stuff, not rocky and rooted and stuff like that. Well, we'll see how the rest of the trail goes. Going to shoot for 20 tomorrow. That first day out of town, it's always, short miles, but going to shoot for 20. Start getting my miles in, because the next stop is in 43 miles, I think. That's the next resupply, and that's basically going to be go in, hit the Dollar General, get what you need, and get the hell out. Not going to even Nero there. Just want to go in, do my thing, and get the hell out. So I should be there in 3 days. If I bang out a couple of 20s, that'll give me like 3 miles into town. So get into town, Dollar General, get out of town. And then we can move on. Then I think the next one after that, from Daleville, it was like 80 miles or something. Dinner tonight, backcountry shepherd's pie, which is the ground beef, the dehydrated mixed vegetables, brown mushroom gravy, instant mashed potatoes. I put some nutritional yeast flakes in there, a little rosemary salt, because if you know, you know. And jazzed it up because I bought some bacon bits from Kroger. So I got a bag of those. Threw some of that in there too, just to add a little spice to life. So I'm going to have dinner, and I'll check in with you guys before I go to bed tonight.